Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. As you guys know, I'm going through a series where I look at the brand new models released by Sire. Now, as you guys know, Sire is one of those brands that just offers a ton of value for money. Usually, out-speccing the competition by quite a bit, focusing a lot on playability. But what happens when they kind of go out of that value tier and jump to a guitar that's like over $1,000? Well, we end up with something like this. So what exactly is this thing? Yes, it is a high-end Sire. So we'll see what it brings to the table. Let's jump in and check it out. So what exactly are we looking at today? Well, of course, it's a Sire, and this is just one version of it. This is the Sire S10. So as you guys can see, Larry Carlton, Sire S10. Now these ones have gold hardware, of course a bone nut, because all of the Sires have true bone nuts, which is really nice. Of course, locking tuners. Now here's where things get interesting, because yes, we have a satin neck, which is wonderfully playable. Yes, we have rolled fingerboard edges, so those spaces in between the frets have been just rolled over so there's not a sharp edge on this neck. Just wonderful. Stainless steel frets on this one, gorgeous. Just really, really nice. Now here's where things get a little interesting. As I mentioned, there's kind of two versions of the S10. One, a more traditional Strat-like guitar with the plastic pick guard, the 3 single coil pickups, very traditional, but with all the high-end appointments. And this version, which is the humbucker single. So if you want the traditional version, you go with the 3 single coils. If you want something a little more modern, super Strat-ish, then you go with the humbucker single. And clearly that's what I have here today. Yeah, very eye-catching guitar. And of course there's a few colors, but this one is in that kind of translucent green with the burl top. So maple neck, maple fingerboard, alder body. So here's a look at the alder body. Tapered heel joint right there. Cutaway. There's a look at that. So alder body, and then of course the burl top. So poplar burl to get that eye-catching finish. Seymour Duncan pickups in the neck, middle, and bridge. So we get some high-end electronics there. And one of my favorite Godot 510 trims. Excellent, excellent trim. So from top to bottom, high-end hardware. I even really like how, the burl top, they've kept it clean. I don't know if the camera will grab that. We'll see that. But you can actually see some of those interesting figuring coming through on the binding. So some of those touches that really make it look and feel extremely high-end. So very, very nice. after playing this guitar for the very first time, it really did remind me why I love humbucker single. I think, in my opinion, probably the most versatile combo out there. The best of a Strat, the best of a humbucker equipped guitar, and all the in-between tones. So versatile. You grab one guitar and it really, you know, other than maybe some P90 or some very specialty tones, it can really cover almost everything. So yeah, very versatile. Seymour Duncan pickups, can't go wrong with those. Yeah, really great playing guitar. So here are my final thoughts on the Sire S10 humbucker single. Now, in typical Sire fashion, this is a wonderful guitar to play in every single way. Ergonomics, neck is sublime. That's a Sire thing, as you guys know. Just supremely playable. And when you look on Sweetwater, I think they have a few versions of this, all of them in and about 8.5 pounds. So you're not going to be dealing with a monster. All very lightweight guitars. And playability is excellent. The only thing I think I would like to see is you can see how thin that heel joint is, which is really nice, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with a rounded heel joint there. I'd like to see that maybe in future iterations. It doesn't really, you know, poke the palm of your hand too bad when you're playing up high, but to have a rounded heel joint there would just kind of take everything up to the next level. And I understand this is like an S style guitar, but I'd like to see that on the heel joint. But yeah, playability is just very, very beautiful. Aesthetics are, you know, yeah, next level. All the attention to detail. When I'm looking at this guitar, yeah, it's not made in Japan, but it could be. Here's where things get, yeah, a little bit more interesting, because at like that $1,200 range, now Sire is up against guitars from Schecter. They're up against Vola. Some of those brands. Ibanez makes some excellent guitars in and about this $1,200, $1,300 price range. So now you're up against, you know, some stiffer competition. And I think, in my opinion, in the mid-range and the entry-level, Sire is really hard to beat. Like, they make excellent guitars in that range. But when you're up here, you've got a lot of competition. Does it stack up? And in my opinion, yes, it does. It's amazing. I love looking at the dot inlays matching the, you know, the finish there. So this could be a made in Japan Super Strat. That's the attention to detail. Now, will people pay that price for something that's from Sire? Well, that's yet to be determined, but they've really put themselves in the ring with this guitar. And it's very few guitars that I say will hold tunes straight out of the box. And this one, no pinging, the trem, everything just works as it should. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I will link to this guitar in the video description below. Have yourself a great day. Take care.